Hello and welcome. Here is another video about SMMware. This video provides a brief overview of our inventory module, which tracks your supplies as opposed to your client's belongings. For a general overview of SMMware, please see our introductory video at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SMMware, or just search your YouTube app for SMMware. Okay, let's begin. First, your SMMware site needs to have the inventory module activated. We will go to Admin, Settings, and under Section 1 Basic Settings, down at the bottom, where it says Inventory Module Enabled, we'll change it from No to Yes. The next thing we want to do is make sure that our particular associate profile has permissions to work with the inventory module. So I went to Associates and Associate Manager, going to modify the associate profile. Scrolling down to the bottom where we find the permissions, we have the Manage Inventory permission, which I have set to read-write. Having activated the inventory module, we now have a new item in our main menu. When you're first beginning to work with the inventory module, the first thing you want to do is define your locations. And you can have multiple locations. There is a setting as well that can let your associates be treated as ad hoc locations. Sometimes you have your workers running around with a trunk full of boxes, and you want to keep track of that just as much as you do the boxes that are sitting in the main office. Next, we will define some items. We go to the inventory menu, go down to Manage Your Item Definitions. Let's go ahead and edit one of the existing ones. And we can see what sort of information that we can put into the system for them. Now that you have locations and you have items defined, at this point in time we don't have anything in inventory. So I'm going to go to Record Purchases. Let's go ahead and edit one of the existing purchases. You can have as many line items in your purchase as you like. You can add more and clear items and so on. The items are going to be selected from among the items that you've defined, and the location is going to be among the ones that you defined earlier, which is why we need to do those before we can make any purchases. Now that we have some of the items in our inventory, let's see what we can do next. Go to Inventory and then Manage Inventory. This is a filter that will affect what is shown down below, but it's not really related to actually moving things from one spot to another. So what we're going to do here in the table below, we will say that we're going to move some items. I'm going to say 10. These are the 2 cubic foot cardboard boxes. I'm going to move them to a job. So then you next pick from the Select Job drop-down, and you click on Assign. If I wanted to move items from one inventory location to another, instead of picking a job, I would pick on the drop-down for locations. And because we have it turned on such that workers are treated as locations, I have, in addition to the locations that I defined, I also have all the workers as possible locations. Again, we're going to enter the number of items that we're going to be transferring, and we'll either pick a job or location and then either assign or transfer them. Let's go ahead and assign some. This screen is simply showing us the results of what we have done. We may have worked with more than just one line item. We might have transferred 5 or 6 different kinds of items. And then we return back here and we can do it all over again. In the filter, we can sort by, or we can filter it based on items and locations to narrow it down, and we can sort it by items such that we look at a given item, we can see all the different locations that it is found in, or we can sort it based on location. So then we'll see if for a given location, here's all the items that we have at that location. Next, we're going to come to the usage report, which also has a filter. And here's where we can move items back from a job to inventory. So let's say in this case we only used 5 out of the 10 boxes. So we're going to say we're returning 5, and we're going to turn it back to the secondary office. And then when we create invoices, there's a setting for whether the inventory items are going to be charged to the client. Sometimes people don't directly charge for the supplies, or maybe they just charge a general flat fee for supplies. So maybe they want to track the supplies, but they don't necessarily charge them in an itemized way. So there's a setting for whether you charge clients for the supplies or not. And that wraps up our introduction to the inventory module. Thank you for joining us here today. To find out more, visit our website at www.smware.com. We appreciate your time and hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.